video, we're going to talk about this rational equation. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at kind of my flow chart here. And I'm noticing that the first question is, does the problem have an equal sign? And yes, it does. So I know I'm going to find every LCD and multiply by, or find the LCD and multiply it by every term. So I'm going to find my LCD. The first thing I notice is that I could take an x out of this. And when I take an x out, I've got x squared minus 8x plus 15. I know for that I can do a magic x. So I need two numbers that multiply to 15 and add to negative 8, which would be negative 5 and negative 3. So really this denominator is x times x minus 5 times x minus 3. So is this denominator, since they are exactly the same. Then to find my LCD, I circle, oh, not quite yet. To this one here, I got to take out a greatest common factor of x, which would give me x minus 3. Then to find my LCD, I circle everything that matches. So I notice that x minus 3 matches, and I write that down one time. I also notice that x matches in all of them, so I write that down one time. And then I underline in blue what's left. Technically, that's a matches too, isn't it? And I write that down one time. So that's my LCD. I'm going to choose to multiply everything by that LCD. So I've got x times x minus 3 times x minus 5. X times x minus 3 times x minus 5. X times x minus 3 times x minus 5. I'm going to cancel everything that I can. So everything cancels there, and I'm left with 1. Everything cancels here, and I'm left with x squared plus 5x plus 6. In this one here, my x cancels, my x minus 3 cancels. I'm left with x minus 5. I'm going to distribute the 1, so I would get plus x minus 5. I'm going to combine like terms. So I've got x squared, the 5x and the x would be 6x, and the 6 and the negative 5 would be positive 1. It's a quadratic, so I need to get it equal to 0. So I'm going to move that 1 to the other side by subtracting. So I've got x squared plus 6x. It's not a magic x. It looks like it's a greatest common factor. So I've got to pull out an x, which gives me x times x plus 6. I'm going to use the zero product property and set each one of the factors equal to 0. So I get x equals 0. And when I subtract that 6, I get x equals negative 6. I need to check to see if these solutions are extraneous. So what that means is if I put these two values into the denominators, it's not going to make 0. So if I look at x minus 6, I'm not going to have any of those denominators where it's going to make it 0. However, if I look at x equals 0, if I substitute that in for x, it would make it 0. It would be 0. It would zero out the denominator. So this solution is extraneous and cannot be used. So my only solution to this is x equals negative 6.